Hey everybody, popped out again for an hour or two. It's just literally stopped raining. Um, I've come up to a different part of the river. I had a message sent through from somebody I couldn't see properly on my phone, asking if I caught anything over the weekend. No, I had a couple of bites and that was it. I'm just trying again with this carp rig set up. Um, to be honest with you, I find them really fiddly trying to get the boilies on and stuff like that. Really fiddly. It's not something I'm used to. I'm probably going to set up my other rod, my feeder rod. Um, I always seem to do really well with my feeder rod and float rod when I'm float fishing. Um, I've only obviously this is the second time I've tried this carp malarkey. Um, I'm in a better place now. It's lots of lilies and stuff like that, which they like to get under and shaded and what have you. Um, whether it, I'm just probably doing it wrong. As I said, it's not something I'm used to doing, carp fishing at all. Uh, I'm used to float fishing and using a feeder rod, baiting it up and that sort of thing. And I know you can get these little bags that you hook on and all the rest of it. I know yesterday when I tried it in the rain, when I got back and looked at the rig, I'd actually set it up wrong. And I've tried to do it how they say to set it up, but I'm finding it really fiddly trying to get the boilies on the bit of line with the little tiny spacer thing that holds it on. La da 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 da. Very fiddly when you're trying to do that on the riverbank. But anyway, I've managed to get a boilie on. It's in the water. I've put a couple of bits of sweet corn on as well. Um, just having a go. I know there's fish in there. I've seen them, but no, I'm not having any luck at all with it at the moment. It could just be luck, or conditions, whatever, or the fact that I've not done it right. If I do catch something, it's going to be more luck than judgment. I can tell you that now. So I will set up and bring next time I come up here my feeder rod or my float rod, probably my float rod. I'll set up a float and have that. I've always found just running a float with some sweet corn, I've caught some absolutely lovely bream up here before now. I'm on the little stour. I'm not on the big one today. I'm on the little. I've only been here an hour, if that. It took me a while to set up the boilie. Very fiddly. My fingers aren't designed for fiddly. Piercing it and what have you. There's fish in there. I can see them. There's big bubbles coming up. Very difficult to see in the water at the moment because it's gone a bit murky with the rain. But it would be nice to catch something, even if it was something small. I've only had a few small fish this time round. But yeah, I know there's big carp in there. I know there's big bream in there, and all sorts of other stuff. I've seen them, and they're massive fish. The other weekend I was up here. There was 3 massive great pike up here, and they were massive. And they were eating everything that wasn't screwed down and painted. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fully fledged fisherman. I used to do a lot of sea fishing. I only went onto this a few years back, and I've been trying my luck. I have had some nice fish, as I say, but at the moment, no, not a great deal. But that could be down to conditions and what have you. Yeah, it's turned out to be a nice sort of evening now. It's stopped raining. I think it's going to rain again. I'm only going to come down here for a little while, till maybe about 6, half 6. Just try my. I do find in the evenings, late evenings, the best time to come down here. The last time I came up here, there was a few kids running up and down and fishing and splashing about and God knows what else. I like a nice bit of peace and quiet when I'm doing this. It's a nice way of unwinding. And I look at it like this: even if I don't catch, I've enjoyed the go. You know, I've enjoyed having a go. Yeah, I'm not a fully fledged river fisherman at all. Just learning. I'm still learning as I go along. There's a lot of different things to learn with this, and carp fishing being one of them. I think unless you're on a lake or something like that, and got someone there with you that can say, right, this is how you put your boilers on, this is how it dangles down, da 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 da. You know, I'm doing a lot of it just by sort of YouTubing it and going, right, okay, we'll have a crack at that. So yeah, I mean, if I catch something, great. If I don't, I don't. It's just one of those. It's one of those things. But I've enjoyed doing it anyway. As I say, I'm off for a week and a half or something like that, and I can come down here pretty much whenever I like because I live literally right on the river or not far from it. So for me, it's a plus. For a lot of other people, they've got to travel here, and at the moment getting down to here is a nightmare because they've got a lot of the roads shut off, where they're looking for a giant water leak. So there's a lot of people that have to go all around the houses to get here. But for me, it is literally just not even a 5-minute walk really to get to the river. So I'm very lucky, I'm blessed with that. So yeah, I can come over and try my arm, and if I'm doing it wrong, then I've only got myself to blame. I'll go back and look at videos and things again and go, right, okay, I know what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, well, I think I've got it kind of set up right now. It's just whether anything chooses to take the bait. I've been feeding it up a bit. I've also put, whether it be right or whether it be wrong, a little bit of sweet corn on the bigger hook, just to sort of tempt something. But obviously that hook's going to be probably way too big for any smaller sort of fish that are in there. But hey ho, I'm giving it a go. Yeah, as I say, I have fished right up the Little Stour, right up, and I've done really well in the past with bream. Bream being the best sort of fish that I've caught up here, and really nice sizes as well. I couldn't give you exact measurements and weights because it was a long time ago. And I didn't have any scales. I don't have any scales at the moment, but for me, anything that's over the size of a sprat is a good fish, and fun catching it, you know, and making sure that you're not damaging the fish and all the rest of it. I try to do everything as properly as I possibly can. There's a lot of equipment I don't have. Anyone that does fish knows the equipment is not cheap. It is expensive. Even if you buy it second hand, it can still be expensive. So if I get hold of any equipment sort of cheap and things like that, great. I just add it to my collection. I've made mistakes with some of my equipment as well by you know, leaving the rod set up and leaving it outside, and it damages the reels and things like that. I'm not afraid to say I'm not infallible. I've done that in the past where I could just go, right, I'm off down the river, grab the rod and off I go. But yeah, I've learnt a lot by my mistakes, and I've learnt a lot by watching YouTube videos and things like that. There's some really incredible fishermen guys out there who have got it just sewn up. They know exactly what they're doing. They've been doing it obviously for many years, and they know all the right equipment to use, and this, that and the other. But I'm still having fun, still enjoying it, and still learning a lot. But as I say, for me, 9 times out of 10, float fishing, I really enjoy that. I've got that pretty much off to tee now. You know, with the getting the float set up just right. This is quite a fast moving river, so doing that, I believe, takes a bit of skill, getting it right, and I do get it right a good majority of the time, and I've caught quite a few fish on a float. So that's an old skill that was passed on to me from other fishermen, and I enjoy that. I enjoy float fishing a great deal. This I'm not so sure about at the moment, because say I've not actually caught anything, but that could be because I'm not setting it up correctly. You know, as far as I know, they could be just eating the food and buggering off and stuff like that. I know people have said to me, oh, you know, you should use bite alarms and all the rest of it. I've got a bite alarm in there. I've not used it. I think I've used it once. It did nothing for me. Nothing at all. It's, you know, unless you've got all the correct stands and things for the rods, which I do not have. I'm just doing it quite Heath Robinson at the moment, but enjoyable. Anyway, I must say bye, and to the guy who messaged me, no, I didn't catch anything. I'm hoping to catch something now. If I do, you'll be the first to know. All right, cheers for now. Bye.